Gilman, and I am always, as always, joined by.
This is Zach, aka Squall Snake. We are from MyGamer.com and my personal blog at SquallSnake.com. And today we are playing Mario and Luigi Brothership, which is the latest game in the Mario and Luigi franchise. Came out. When did it come out? Did it come out late last year or the early this year? Maybe I can't
Earlier
remember.
this year.
Earlier this year, yeah. So I have not played this yet. So I was curious to give it a shot. I played most of the Mario and Luigi games. I really like the first one, Sigma Star Saga on GBA, and then I played a couple of the other ones, but never beat them, never finished them because I always just kind of lost interest. But I
Same.
was curious to see, how this game is and how it might hold up, and um, is it better? One of the better ones in the series?
Uh, so funny. Everyone says that Bowser's Inside Story is the best one.
hmm
I personally like Partners in Time.
I thought Partners in Time, that was where I lost interest in this series because I was like, this is kind of too much or something. I just lost interest in it. It was so long ago, I couldn't remember, why, but I was like, I kind of don't like this. But I did hear that Bowser's Inside Story is supposed to be, it might be the best one.
Um, yeah. Dream Team. I hated.
Dream Team, yeah, I heard Dream Team was also not good.
Uh, yeah. No, Dream Team. I did not have a good time with. Most of
Mm,
my issue with Dream. Well, there was a bunch of issues with Dream Team. Um, the they never stopped with the tutorials.
hmm
So like you could have been doing something for 20 hours and they were just like, "Oh, yeah, this is how you do it." And it's like, "I know. This is like the 90th time you've told me." It just never stopped.
Yeah, and I think they had to, try to appease young players. Like, this is how to play the game. But I mean, that's the whole point. Like, you should be able to just kind of pick up and play the game. You shouldn't really need an extensive tutorial. Like, we get it. Let us figure it out.
Well, at some point you have to stop.
Yeah.
Like at some point it's like we've been doing this for the entirety of the game. You don't have to tell me that I control the jump of the brothers individually. That's just accepted.
So here with Brothership, you got is like B controls Mario's jump, and then A
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
Luigi's jump. Okay.
Yeah, it's the standard uh,
hmm
stuff for that. Um, so one of the things I really like about this game, um, not the loading time. The loading time is not fun.
Yeah, it seems a little strange.
Excessive.
Yeah, I've been playing. Real quick side story. I've been playing Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp, and there's some kind of big loading times. Like not big, but like bigger than you would think. With especially like a tactical game where there's like kind of not that much going on, but which you see, you don't really see a whole lot of loading games usually with Switch. So when you get something that's like, why is this taking 7 seconds to load? Like it clearly stands out.
Yeah. So yeah, you can plot a course to go somewhere, and it figures out like
Oh,
how to get there.
is this why it's Brothership? I
Yeah,
thought it
because
was
we're on a
just
ship right now
I did not know that was the
in a giant sea. Yeah.
mechanic.
So this
Hmm.
is one of my favorite things that I'm glad it does. You can go main story, and it just tells you what you're doing.
Oh, I love that because, like, for me, especially with RPGs, I might play a game for 5 hours, maybe 10 hours, and then I have to put it down for a month and a half. Okay, I'm going to go back to that. And then you can't remember where to go or what to do.
Yeah, that's the only time that the always on tutorials help. But
Yeah.
a lot of the time, it's you don't. Well, and my other issue with Dream Team that is actually the reason a lot of people stop playing it is the boss battles when Luigi is giant. Um, they're kind of random, like and
Hmm.
random in the way of sometimes they'll just decide you didn't pass, like you failed that like the input or whatever. So you just lose a bunch of health and don't hit the enemy.
So what just happened here? So you're in an island ship. You drive around, you float around, and then you have to take a cannon to get to where you need to go.
Yep.
Huh, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah. So you go to
Different.
this. Uh, world that's like a giant ocean, and basically
Mhm.
what's happened is it someone attacked the lighthouse that held all of them together. It's a lot of ship-based puns. Basically, every island is a ship. Um,
Okay.
and so they broke them all apart, and you're going around to bring them back together and reconnect them. Yeah,
At
that's.
least you got to give them a lot of credit for doing something different.
Oh,
Like they could have just rehashed. Just here's a new story, but to have like a whole gimmick, the Brothership gimmick. I did not know that's what this game was. I know like Paper Jam had a gimmick, the Origami King. Like each game kind of has its own little battle
don't get me
gimmick
started
with
on
it. So
fucking Paper Mario at this point. Those were like
yeah,
the good RPGs for the longest time, and after the Wii one, they're like, yeah, they're not really RPGs anymore. They're RPG like adjacent.
yep.
What was it? The last one I played Paper Mario was the one on the 3DS, and that was I forget, but my issue with that one is like you didn't level, like you couldn't grind levels. It just kind of
Oh
advanced
yeah.
as you went. So it's like, part of the reason I like
I mean,
RPGs is getting
I
overpowered.
I don't hate. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate that idea because one of the things that I hate is potentially the grinding. Like, I want to be powered. I just don't want to put in the work to do all that, which is like why I like I've been playing a couple of games in the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster because there's an option in there where you can just say, give me 4 times the amount of gold and give me 4 times the amount of experience.
Oh,
So if you just kind of fight, if you just kind of go along and you just like fight, like by the time you get to the boss or where you need to be, like you're fine. Like you don't really have to grind. You have plenty of money. You can afford all the best stuff right away. I like that. I mean, especially with the older games to make them new again and exciting again. You don't have to just deal with all the grind work. I really appreciate that.
yeah. I don't know how I feel about that, and that would probably be
No,
an unpopular opinion.
no, yeah, and I get it because I mean, some people like it. I mean, it's been a part of RPG playing for decades, right?
Yeah,
So it's just something relatively new, especially with the older games just re-released, again in the
I
modern day. We're like, well, let's add some quality of life features.
yeah. One of the things that they do with RPGs, like when they release RPGs, is that you can speed it up. That's my
Yes,
favorite one. Is that you can be
yes,
like times 10 speed. That
uh
makes
huh,
leveling way easier.
yep. So yeah, if you don't get 4 times the amount of experience or 4 times the gold, at least you can play with 4 times the speed, which helps with that. Like Bravely Default, I thought did that very well. Where you can play in
Hmm.
like fast forward mode and then like fast forward mode, and then it keeps like the last inputs that you did. So if you did like fight, black magic spell, white magic spell, you can just hit one button and it just does it 4 times the speed, just auto plays.
Hey, and
I
there was
love
an
that. That's
autoplay as well.
the autoplay, yeah, exactly, and it just remembers the last inputs that you did. Fantastic. I love that feature.
What the fuck was that?
Did he hit you with the shield or something? I don't know. I didn't know what
Thought
that
it was
was.
a
You shoot something
pipe.
at you? Yeah, I didn't. I didn't understand what that was.
I guess we're gonna find out.
I thought I heard when this game came out there was a complaint that like the A and B buttons like didn't control Luigi or something at first, or like it was X and Y. Like there was something with the button uh, layout that like it wasn't like the other Mario and Luigi games, and it was confusing. Did you hear this? You know what I'm talking about?
Uh, I think I heard something about that, but I never like they control Mario and Luigi.
Yeah, there was something like you said, what B is Mario's jump, A is Luigi's jump. But maybe like when it was first came out, there wasn't an option where like the buttons were like reversed, or it was like X and A or
He did throw a
X
fucking
and
pipe at
Y
me.
or something. Yeah, and yeah, what was that? Or a tree? Maybe it was a tree log.
No, it was a pipe.
It was a pipe. Okay.
It's one of the things that I like about this game, but also like dislike is the dodge mechanic on everything,
Hmm.
because you can go through fights and take no damage if you know what you're doing, but when you
Yeah,
encounter a new enemy, you're going to take a bunch of damage
yeah,
because
because you
you
got
don't
to
know their
figure it
attack
out.
pattern.
Exactly, you don't know the timing yet.
Um, and a lot of the balance of the game is geared to you hitting most of those.
Yeah, if you do, like, I just got done beating the Mario RPG remake on Switch, and yeah, if you don't get the attack timing right, because it's like twice the attack power or whatever, it like you really don't hit them hard enough. Like you kind of have to hit enemies with that correct offensive timing.
Oh, I was not anticipating doing that.
Yeah, that was a good one though. Yeah, I like how here's an RPG, but they totally Mario-fy it, right? Like you got to work on the
Yes.
timing, you got to jump. I think it's been working since Mario RPG. I think it's a great game for maybe new people who don't understand RPGs or don't like
It's
RPGs.
a great kid RPG.
It's a great kid RPG. Like it's a small detail is like, right now you have, 65 and 65 HP, which is like, double digit HP. It's not like you're getting 9,999 HP and you're hitting enemies with like massive, huge attacks, like huge numbers. It's just a lot more easy to manage when like the numbers are just small. It just sounds, maybe
Mhm.
that sounds stupid or something, but keeping it simple.
Well, and you also understand that like someone hitting you for 20 HP of damage is a bunch of
It
damage.
yeah, is a huge deal, exactly. Whereas like you play a Final Fantasy game, you're into the thousands, very quickly with HP.
Hmm.
It's just like kind of like more to manage.
How does that a preemptive attack when I'm already in the air to that the I, of course I can complain about fucking
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that because they changed that in the Mario RPG on Switch, where in the Super Nintendo game, like if you jumped on the Goomba to start the battle, the Goomba would take damage like right away.
yeah.
But they completely got rid of the preemptive bonus
Why?
yeah, I don't know. Like I was like, I don't like that because now there's like no incentive to like kind of sneak up on the enemy and jump on his head or whatever. They just got rid of that for some reason. But then at the same time, they did add the limit breaks, which was not in the first Super Nintendo version. So they did make some changes. Some were good, but I was like, I kind of want the preemptive attack. Like
Yeah.
you're kind of missing something without it.
No, I 1,000% agree on that.
Yeah, I thought that was an odd design choice. Like, why would you get rid of that? Like, I thought that was one of the more creative and cool things to do.
Well, and it's been in every Mario
Yeah,
type RPG since.
exactly.
So the fact that they've removed it is sort of weird.
I'm glad that they have it here in this game again, though.
Yeah. Well, it's always been in the Mario and Luigi games.
Yeah,
Yay, Mario leveled up. I always thought this was weird that like they require the same amount of experience to level up. So, but like if one of them dies, they won't get the experience. But it's like
yeah.
you almost never finish a battle without both of them, so they're always leveling up at the same time.
And then if like Luigi dies on during the boss, when you get the most experience, he's always behind. He'll always behind like 3 standard battles, before he levels up again.
They do a decent job of increasing the enemy XP payout,
Hmm.
so like it doesn't impact you that much. Yeah, so I just jumped on this guy and
Yeah, yeah. I like that. I want that. I expect that in a Mario RPG.
absolutely.
And then it
Um,
was the same way with like if you fighting a spiny, then you got to hit the other button and you hit him with the hammer
mhm.
because if you jump on him, then you take damage. I thought that was nice and creative.
I'm just trying to watch timing on these guys.
Yeah, you got to pay attention. I mean, that's what makes the Mario RPG games great. Is like you can't really just play it on for speed. You can't just speed through these. Every single battle is you got to pay attention because you have to offensively and defensively hit the button at the right time.
Well, that does get annoying when if you are over leveled and you're just stomping on the enemies.
Yeah, I don't like. It's 2025. Why have new games have not adopted like the Earthbound experience level where it's like if I'm 10 levels above this common enemy, and if you go back and if you encounter
You just get the
an
experience if you touch it, but they run away.
Yeah, you just plow right through it. Like, why even bother? Like, why do games, all RPGs should just have that now? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, let's learn from the last 3 decades of gaming.
Oh, we can't have that. Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
stupid.
look at the other games that have been coming out recently and tell me that you're surprised.
I mean, my whole thing is like there really hasn't been games coming out. Like Nintendo's kind of just holding back because they want to do everything Switch 2. Xbox has nothing going on. What's Sony really got, lined up in 2025? Like nothing to get
Probably a
excited
new
about.
fucking Horizon Zero Dawn game.
Horizon, they're not really saying, oh, there's not even going to be a Last of Us Part 3, so they're just going to remake, the other 2 games 4 more times because that's what they do.
Well, the thing that I think they realized with like The Last of Us 3 or 2 was, sure, that gimmick that they had of like the twist about Joel and everything, and then playing as the person who killed him.
Yeah.
Like that sold more copies at first, but then no one wanted to play the game. Like at first, more people bought the game, but it had like Last of Us 1 had legs. Like people just kept playing that, like would buy that. Oh, it's another remake. It's out on the PS3. Oh, it's out on the PS4 now. I'll buy it on the PS4.
Yeah.
That was fun. And it, with this one, it's just it's not even really divisive. People just do not like that game.
Yeah, I think it plays, it's going to be better as a drama. I've always said that when The Last of Us came out because the game mechanics are very predictable. Like, oh, I'm walking into a room with a bunch of waist-high barriers. I wonder what's going to happen here. It should have just been a movie or a series all along. So I think when the new Last of Us Season 2 comes out in a couple of months or something, was it April or May or something? That'll do well with the fans, I'm sure.
I think
the first
that
season
is
was pretty good.
Also, what you just said about it being a movie, I think that's a big problem with current video games, is that it's like, do you want to make a video game or you want to make a movie?
Yeah, exactly. Like that. Like The Last of Us was always story first, drama first, kind of gameplay second. And I'm like, there's some things that are not so great in this game, but they work exceedingly well as a story, as a drama. So that's why I'm excited for the HBO series. The first series was well done, and for those of people who watched the first series but didn't play the games, yeah, they're going to be in for that shock. Probably what'll happen on like episode 2 of the new series.
I like that it shows me the entire. Oh God, there are switches I'm gonna have to start hitting. Great.
Are you going to get the new Xenoblade? Well, no, I guess technically it's not new, but you know what I mean.
Well, I have the original
Wii U
one.
version.
Yeah.
I bought it on Wii U as well. I think I still have it sealed because I was like, I don't have time to play a 200-hour RPG, but I feel better about myself buying it.
It is my least favorite Xenoblade.
Yeah, I've been watching some of the review videos and some of the articles, and a lot of sites gave it 10 out of 10. They said a lot of the things that they didn't like about the Wii U version has been cleaned up. A lot of new quality of life features, better maps, or they added some characters and stuff too. So it's been getting really high remarks. But I still own the first 2 games. Didn't buy Xenoblade 3, but never even took them out of the packaging. Because that's just how I roll.
Yeah. So this actually has one of my favorite mechanics of just, you can hit a button and make Luigi do something. So like when those sprites came out that I had to collect, I didn't have to run after them. I literally hit a button and was just like, Luigi, go get those.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. It is actually. I actually really like that a lot. So, sir, it's been about 20 minutes. What do you think about Mario and Luigi?
I mean, yeah, to be honest with you, I completely dismissed this game when it came out because I was like, ever since like the DS game Partners in Time, I kind of just like, I don't really want to play a Mario and Luigi game, but this seems kind of not bad, and I'm very interested. This is one of those games. It's like, if it ever does go on sale, which I don't
It's
really
Nintendo. It's
think
not going to.
that's exactly what I was going to say. Maybe on a Black Friday 3 years from now, this game will be $40 or something. But if I ever do see it for some kind of cheap,
Or it'll be down for $20 on Mario Day.
it'll be Mario Day when the Switch 2 comes out because it'll be backwards compatible, and
No,
this will be
when the Switch 2 comes out, they're going to release the HD remastered Super Edition.
Oh yeah, maybe yeah, you're probably right. I was leaning towards maybe a greatest hits, which they haven't done in a few console generations now, but you never know. But yeah, it seems kind of not bad, so maybe shame on me for dismissing it when it first came out. But that's why I like when these these streams, because if you get a game that, hey, maybe we should play this, yeah, I wouldn't mind checking that out, so I get to learn something too. So I appreciate that. But yeah, we are from MyGamer.com. Go there, put us in your favorites. We cover the news, reviews, and games and features that nobody else is covering. And then you can follow me on Twitter, or X now, at ZackGaz, ZackGaz. And until next time, thank you for watching, and game on.